What do you do, flight crew? FTC. Flight team, stand up! I'm too high to remember. I think it's November. We have when a retired Michael Jordan demolished an arrogant Bulls rookie. Now, I told you guys respectfully in my stream before that, I have nothing but respect for Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan is #1 basketball player of all time. Nobody will ever top that. #2 is Steph Curry. But I also did say, and I stand by it, that I will respectfully score at least 6 to 7 points on MJ. You know what I'm saying? But he'll, I feel like he'll beat me. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to, keep that respect factor and give credit for what it's due. But I'll score at least 6 to 7 points because I said that Michael Jordan's defense, in all honesty, was just casual. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day. And a lot of people just, took that a certain way, and I really don't care. But anyway, I told you. Anyway, everything in his game is all in his offense. Anyway, so it's not all his offense is 100 overall. His defense is about a 66. So that's why I said I would score like 6 to 7 points. But we're going to see when a Michael Jordan demolished an arrogant rookie. Cosgrove, let's check it out.
Let's be honest. If you consider yourself a ball player, then chances are you probably think you're better than you actually are.
No, well, I know.
That's nothing really to be ashamed of. We're all guilty of it.
In your prime, you said you could beat Michael Jordan one-on-one. Is that just, are you...
No, you know it's real too.
Well, no disrespect, you could tell he's trolling because one-on-one this dude right here, LeVar Ball, bro. This is easy drop low. He's definitely an amazing businessman, an amazing dad. His kids is all gonna be professional ball players and stuff, and they are some of them, obviously. But he's just one of those old heads that would go to LA Fitness and try to boss everybody around, bro. He's just one of them, and it just wouldn't happen on me. 11-4 for me, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm winning. No doubt.
I never lose one-on-one.
Did you ever play Michael Jordan?
If he played me, he'd cry.
Even the best players
bro, he still play me cry.
Have the mentality that they
Curry,
can go toe-to-toe
that shot over
against
Deladava.
anybody. And you almost have to be somewhat delusional if you want to achieve some level of success. But in this particular instance, Corey Benjamin probably should have kept his mouth shut. I know some of you guys out there must have seen this footage before, but maybe you're not exactly familiar with the story behind it. But before
I felt like 10 seconds of like a highlight.
A little bit about Corey Benjamin
I don't think I've seen the
first.
full.
Benjamin attended Fontana High School in California, where he rose to stardom, scoring 27 points per game in his senior year as a 6'6" forward and managed to make the prestigious McDonald's All-American team. Some would say he looked like a young MJ during his high school days. Then, he would end up playing college ball for the Oregon State Beavers, where he would lead the team in scoring for 2 years, which was talent they haven't seen since Gary Payton was at Oregon State. Eventually, Corey was taken 28th overall in the 1998 NBA draft by the Chicago Bulls, but unfortunately for him, the NBA went into a lockout the summer he was drafted, significantly shortening the season, which must have been frustrating to deal with after finally having your NBA dream come true. And to make matters worse, it was becoming evidently clear that Michael Jordan was beginning to distance himself from the organization. With all the front office drama, the uncertainty whether Coach Phil Jackson would return to the team, and the rumors that the franchise was considering getting rid of Scottie Pippen, it appeared that Jordan was in no mood to rebuild with the Bulls, ultimately retiring on January 13th, 1999. Which was just 1 week before the lockout ended, leaving the team to fend for themselves. And the post-Jordan era was not getting off to a good start. Chicago only won 13 games their first season with
Damn!
And unfortunately, Corey
I can win more than that in my
ran
sleep.
into some ankle injuries, preventing him from seeing the court, hardly even playing his so-called rookie year. And as for Michael Jordan's first year into retirement, the Bulls were the least of his worries. MJ was living the life, spending the majority of his time playing golf with his friends, family, and business partners.
Good life.
And he certainly had every right to do so.
Yeah,
all he wanted to do was enjoy his time away from the game.
Yeah.
But then, out of nowhere, one of Jordan's good friends, Randy Brown, who played with him during the second three-peat, delivered a little message to Michael. It all started when Corey Benjamin and Randy Brown were having a conversation at practice one night. And during their conversation, Benjamin mentioned that he can easily beat MJ one-on-one. And obviously, Jordan's former teammate Brown knew that he had to let Jordan know what Corey said at practice. So eventually, the word got around to the GOAT. And the next thing Corey knew, Jordan was right there, standing right in front of him, ready to accept his challenge, showing that his ultra-competitive nature will never disappear, whether he's retired or not. And if Benjamin had any thought that Father Time caught up to Jordan, he had another thing coming. It was November of 1999, about a year and a half after the iconic last shot. Michael came by one of the Bulls' practices, and as soon as he walked in the door, the practice instantly stopped. And I think it's safe to say that Benjamin knew why he was there, as everyone who attended the practice gathered around to watch. And just like that, Jordan said, "Check ball," and did not waste any time getting down to business.
Really? Damn. Damn, bro. Guard him, boy. Put your hand in his face.
MJ was scoring at ease, abusing the
It wouldn't
young
happen
player.
on me, bro.
What's the score? 8-3. 8-3. It's 8-3.
Come on, bro. Score
Jordan,
something.
who had a pretty comfortable lead, barely broke a sweat, and just out of pure boredom, decided to add a little trash talking to the show, and told him exactly what he's going to do next.
Come on, right back over there. Come on, follow me.
Bro, he's little, like, sonning him, bro.
You take the Texas one. You reach out, teach.
Bro, see, he would have made that on me. That dude
Every
is, he doesn't have the
single teammate
defense
of
like that.
Corey's were in absolute awe by what they were witnessing, including a young Ron Artest and Elton Brand.
Ron Artest played on the
With
Bulls?
Michael
What the
clearly
fuck?
dominating the rookie, he wanted to remind his opponent, along with everybody else in the building, exactly what he accomplished, basically demanding to put some respect on his name by pointing out all of the championship banners hanging up all around.
Look around. What you see when you see around you? Look.
So with a few more defensive plays here, and a couple more easy buckets there, Mike was doing too much damage, and finally decided to put him out of his misery, then told him to never call him out ever again.
Shit.
Sit down. Don't call me out of time.
Soon after, the news about this one-on-one game eventually got around to the entire league and media. Kendall Gill, who was playing for the New Jersey Nets at the time, had this to say, quote, "Calling out the devil is one thing, facing him is another."
How you
And
know?
even
Why you
Skip
call
Bayless,
Michael Jordan a
who
devil,
at the
though?
time was a writer for the Chicago Tribune, took time out to write about this story.
Skip Bayless was still doing this shit? That's what's up. He's been doing it for like 50 years.
That the final score was 11-9, but the people who witnessed the entire thing claimed that it wasn't even close. But at the end of the day, he did accept the fact that he did lose, and said that there's no shame in losing to the best player ever.
Limits me. I can't do much, but I just came out and have a good time. You talked a little trash in Atlanta, I had to come in. It was easy. The good thing about it, he go out more than I am.
Are you trying to give him a morale boost today? Is that one of the reasons? Right?
That as well as a lesson. I think I accomplished.
What was the reaction when you walked in?
They didn't think I was coming. If I come and hang around the game, because I still love the game, that doesn't mean I'm coming back.
Okay,
So inspirational,
now I
man.
want to know your thoughts about this insane story. Make sure to leave a comment down below, drop a like on this video, and subscribe.
Hey, man, that's
if you
gonna cap
haven't
it off,
already.
man. As
Thanks
usual, man. Coming down below, that's Rats, and that's on the road to 3 million.